Welcome, gathered masses. A very special edition of Wogan Now and Then. Tonight, we're remembering a time when tight blue jeans, sequined shoulder pads, 10-gallon hats were all the rage. And events at a little ranch called South Fork bewitched the British public, yes. For one night only, we're celebrating the phenomenon that was the TV show Dallas. Back then, you couldn't tune into Wogan without seeing Pam, Clayton, Farlow, or the poison dwarf herself banging on about Dallas as we shamelessly pursued the ratings. And tonight, we're hoping for a similar result. Lured by empty promises and backhanders that would make Jock Ewing turn in his grave, the big three of Dallas will this very e'en return to the Wogan stage. First up is the handsome, blue-eyed boy who spent a year in the shower. Well, the rest of us thought he was dead. Bobby Ewing, also known as Patrick Duffy, is here. And there'll be just a tang of neat bourbon in the air when the beautiful but troubled Sue Ellen staggers on later. The wonderful Linda Gray. And what Dallas reunion would be the same without the bad guy we all love to hate? That's right, get ready to boo. Because J.R. Ewing, or as he's more commonly known, Larry Hagman, will be here. It's wonderful to have him. So, my first guest when I interviewed him in 1985, Dallas had made him a global star. He confessed to getting slightly hot under the collar when it came to the love scenes.
It's just, it's work. Of course, it's also work when you're lying in bed with Victoria Principal. Guys, it is work. When you look around and there are 40 people watching you, you know? And at the end of a scene, they hold up a 9-5, 9-4, 8-1, 8-2, and you get graded on your performance. It's not that terrific.
Ladies and gentlemen, give a warm welcome to Patrick Duffy.
Can I confess?
Yeah.
Right away, I have to confess. Yeah. I've never been given a 9-4 in my life.
Well, from the look of you, the years haven't been all that kind to you.
And the fact that at your age you can even see this far is a credit to you. Let's start all over, okay?
Could you put your manly finger on one reason why Dallas was such a hit show? Okay.
Next. No, I'm only doing that because there are two people coming out there that are going to punch me right now. Actually, there's one person coming out. That is the reason. Larry.
Really?
Yeah, absolutely.
Do you ever feel a pang of jealousy, even looking back that far, that the show originally was supposed to be about you and your lady wife, and in the background, he started to steal the scenes with Sue Ellen?
It was supposed to be a Romeo and Juliet premise, but that show wouldn't have lasted. It wouldn't have stayed on the air. It needed what eventually was found, which was that character, and then everything rotating around it. So, no, the only pang I felt was cha-ching.
Now, we can't really continue with this interview a great deal further without mentioning that wonderful moment from Dallas where you returned after being killed a season before.
You referred to it as my year-long shower?
What was your reaction when they suggested this preposterous storyline?
First of all, I thought it was the only legitimate way for this character to come back on the show, because I was dead. Yeah. And I had died on purpose. Well, nobody dies on purpose, I guess, but, you know, I purposely wanted not to return to the show until I found out how lonely it was out there.
Why did you decide to leave the show, if we can go back to that?
I can go back to that. After 7 years on the show, I wanted to see if there was a way to take the popularity of Dallas and the character I'd done and find a show of my own to try and, you know, make that kind of statement career-wise.
And you didn't?
I went back, didn't I?
Do you think, I always have my own little theory, that particular scene, that pushed the credibility of the audience just a tad too far.
Even the people who wanted me back on the show, some of them and I understand the reason, felt cheated a bit because they invested a year in the show with their other characters, and then that was just eliminated. But our show went on for 5 more years.
Yes, it did.
And the ratings went back up, not just because of me, but the executive producer was back on the show, and Larry was happy, and so everything just came up a notch.
And
it
if
was
Larry
great.
wasn't happy, nothing
You don't
worked.
want Larry not to be happy.
Time for us to have a rest by the old windswept pool. Welcome back to the Oil Baron's Ball. That is Wogan Now and Then Dallas special. With me, South Fork's very own George Clooney, Patrick Duffy.
If I sit on your lap and you put your hand behind me, we
Climb
can do
up
it
on
act.
my knees, sonny boy. Yeah. Were you
Were you
ever
annoyed?
annoyed?
Oh.
What? Were you ever annoyed that you were hired just to look pretty good?
No, I was annoyed when they stopped asking me to take my jacket and shirt off. That's what annoyed me. I came right out of Man from Atlantis to do that, and my son is now watching for the first time the complete collection of the Dallas episodes. They're coming out on DVD. And he said, "My God, Dad, you every opportunity you would take your shirt off." For like, if somebody said good morning, you'd go, "Good morning." And you'd take your shirt off. It was just like, why are you always doing? And it was because that's why I was hired.
Yeah.
You know?
Beefcake.
Yeah, but that was my job. And the look at Linda Gray, look at Victoria, look at the beautiful women. They were, they're brilliant actresses, but it didn't hurt that they were gorgeous.
Yeah. Were you, as I've asked you
That's
before,
where you say it didn't hurt that you were gorgeous too, Patrick. That
I
it
want to-
says right there. It didn't hurt that you were gorgeous too, Patrick.
It doesn't say anything of the sort.
Let me clean it for you.
Oh, great. Great. Thank you.
There you go. Now, see?
You're wearing a different shade of lipstick this year. Now, Bobby and Pam,
Bobby
it was
and-
always a source of some discouragement to me. Bobby and Pam, good-looking people that they were,
Yes.
beefcake and glamour,
Yes.
they'd had a child that was surpassingly ugly.
Which I always thought indicated I wasn't home that weekend.
Everybody was talking about
I
it.
know. No, we had an unfortunate-looking child.
Now, a year before we first met, your on-screen, my Pammy, and I had a bit of a to-do, and we discussed the subject of your on-screen,
Progeny.
the child.
Yeah. Woof.
It's the child. Is that Christopher?
What do you mean is that, Christopher?
Well, you can't like him, can you? You're supposed to be his mother. How can you like him?
Of course not. He's not mine.
No, I know, but how could anybody like him?
He's growing into his looks.
That's lovely. What does that mean?
Well, I'm not sure what you mean. You
I
mean
mean-
because he was an ugly baby?
Why did they deliberately pick him to be that ugly so that you would look good beside him?
No, it belongs to the producer.
Oh!
Does anybody think he looks a little like Cliff Barnes in that last thing? Doesn't he have the Cliff Barnes hair thing going on there?
Well, let me tell you something. There's a strong undertow of opinion in this country that you never see myself and George Clooney in the same room.
He's no fool. If you weren't paying so much money, you wouldn't see me in the room with you either.
We can adjust the fee.
Oh, damn it.
There were so many funny times that everybody'd sit around the pool and there'd be a force 10 gale. And all the weddings and all the parties took place on the drive, just in front of the garage.
Right.
And these were multi-millionaires.
But home kind of people.
And there was only one phone in the house. I remember that too.
Yeah.
In the hall.
In the hallway.
And wire coat hangers.
And whoever the phone was for happened to answer it. I I never once had anybody on a show pick up the phone and go, huh? Oh, geez, I don't know. Hang on a minute. Hey! No, it was always, yeah. Oh, hey, yeah, it's me.
Do you know,
How
I
did you know?
never noticed that.
Watch it
That's
the next
good.
time.
Yeah.
It's like it happened to be for them.
Now, your fans are bursting to ask you some questions, so
Oh,
if you
please.
don't mind. So the first, can I ask Tara from London?
Hi.
Tara, please.
Have you ever had a body double or a stunt double?
Oh, I've had stunt doubles because I am the king of the cowards. I don't stay looking this good by risking my face. You know? So always a stunt double. If there's ever any question of safety, anybody with a modicum of intelligence would have a stunt double. But a body double? Are you crazy?
Pauline from Glasgow is bursting to ask you something.
Hello, Pauline.
Hiya, Pauline.
Hi there. You're always known as the Joker in the Dallas set. What was the worst stunt that you pulled in your cast members?
Well, we were all having a lot of fun all the time, except when the camera rolled, and we were very serious. But two things that we did once to Larry, and both of them I thought, if we do one more, he could die, and maybe that wouldn't be good. I once put a big salamander, a big lizard, in his briefcase. And when in the scene, he opens it up, and the thing went like that, and I thought, oh, that's a little dangerous. And then once, in the bedroom of Larry and Linda, he had a closet, and we had the largest, even uglier than John Ross, grip, a stagehand who was huge with a big belly. He had a tattoo across his belly button and everything, and no teeth. And we convinced him to get stark naked and stand in Larry's closet. And Larry comes in, and Linda's in the bed, and he's, you know, telling her she's a drunk and she ought to be ashamed of herself. And he goes and he opens the door to his closet, and here's this guy we named, his name was Mongo. And there was Mongo in all his glory, and Larry almost had a heart attack that day. But the rest of the stuff was just fun because we enjoyed being together. Okay?
Well, good answer. There's one more question. Reg from Kent.
Here I am.
Yeah.
Reg, good man.
Who was the show's best kisser? Was it Victoria, Priscilla, or one of your other ladies?
When I'm towing the barge, it's me. You know what? The same thing that happens in the...
Where are you digging those phrases
I
out?
don't know. Well, I've never said cool your saddles, I'm telling you that. They're all great kissers. I regret that I never got to have a kissing scene with Linda Gray. That.
It's not too late.
We should ask her.
Play your cards, Reg. Patrick, as always, a great pleasure to have
Thank
you
you
with us.
so much.
And I want you to stay for more Dallas chat. But for the moment, ladies and gentlemen, Patrick Duffy. Now, when my next Dallas guest joined me in 1986, oh my God, she was accompanied by her on-screen husband and took part in the festive goings-on by accepting a slightly racy present from yours truly. Christmas wouldn't be Christmas without presents.
Ladies first.
It's Christmas Eve, yeah.
Oh, my daughter, that
The
really
excitement
surprised
of
me.
it.
It really took me.
Yes, it's a
I
plain
cry
white
up
one.
too. Now, this is sort of...
Oh, it's nice to see your daughter, wasn't it?
oh, it was...
Oh, well, I say.
I love it. Do I get to model?
Yeah.
That was amazing. Amazing we managed to continue the interview after that. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for the beautiful Linda Gray. You know this man.
Is this like kissing too?
There you are, an unsolicited testimonial there to you, Linda, from Mr. Kiss himself.
Darling Sir Terry, all the way from America.
Cookies.
I brought you. You spoiled it now. A little gift, a small token of my love and appreciation.
Is it underwear?
I would not be that cheeky. Sorry, darling.
Oh, sorry, we were, weren't we?
Yes, you were.
Can
But
I
was
open it now?
quite- I think so. It's appropriate.
Okay. I'm not very good at opening presents. My children open.
Oh, you're nervous.
Fevered fingers tearing it open.
The suspense. Careful. Slowly.
Oh! You know, I shall wear it always.
With love.
With love.
I'm sure of it.
Some people have their star rising.
He always takes the good out of it, doesn't he? He
always
ruins
does.
a perfectly lovely
It's
moment.
a lovely, sentimental, lovely
A
gift.
lovely moment,
And look
I
what
do
happened.
appreciate it very much.
Thank you, darling.
Thank you, darling.
Thank you. I think you could put it right.
Do you guys want a moment alone? Because
Yes.
I'll just
Yes.
you do
we
it.
could. We could leave. I think it's nice that way.
I think it's great.
Put it in
I
there.
don't think it's. Yeah.
Sue Ellen.
Yes, darling.
You Linda. Sue Ellen was, of course, the alcoholic wife of
Yes.
J.R., who
Yes.
went from being utterly crazy to being sweetly maternal.
Really?
How
What
much of-
show are you talking
Which,
about?
which one were you in real life?
I was all of those things. No. Terry, you know me. How long have you known me?
Hundreds of years.
Yes, since, I don't
God
know,
was a boy.
1912 or something like
Yes, indeed.
that. No, I wasn't anything like her. I adored her. I thought she was the most interesting female on television in the 80s. I did. I thought, for an actor, she was a dream. Don't you think?
Did you know when you took the part that she was going to turn into a raving alcoholic?
No, I didn't. And after 8 years, I said, boys, this is enough. I've had it, having affairs and drinking and having affairs and more affairs. I was doing two things.
And what's
only.
wrong with that?
See?
I know, yeah.
I'm so glad he's here.
He's the wrong man for this audience. Now, from your experience,
Yes.
were there any Texan housewives out there who were anyway like Sue Ellen?
Oh, yes, there were. And I was telling someone the other day that one day I was at a black tie dinner in this grand hotel, and I was in the ladies' room putting on lipstick, and I just looked down, and there was a lady with this tiny little purse, a little one of those beaded things, and she had it opened, and inside she had a lipstick and a gun. A Derringer, a little gun about this big. And I thought, I have to ask her. So I looked down in her purse and I said, is that a gun? And she looked up and she said, of course, this is Texas.
Well, now, it's time to pause now while Linda and I change into something a little more comfortable. Well, welcome back to Wogan Now and Then. Now, while you were gone, Linda downed a couple of bottles of bourbon, and Patrick Duffy has become more handsome. Did the public expect you to behave? Did they expect you to be as you were in Dallas as a person when they met you?
I think so.
Yeah?
I remember going to a birthday party in Dallas, and I was sitting around this large table, and it was a woman's birthday. There were like 8, 10 women around, and we had a champagne toast. And 2 very, very elderly women walked by, and one went, see, I told you she drinks.
And Bob, did you have people coming up saying, hey, how do you take that?
Well,
joke?"
mostly I have women come up saying that they wish their daughter had someone like me. I never had the daughters coming up saying, I wish I had you. I had the mothers coming up, so, yeah.
Because you were goody
I was
two-shoes.
goody
He was
two-shoes,
like,
you
He
know.
was too sweet to be wholesome,
Too
wasn't he?
squeaky clean.
Because you had an earthy quality, hadn't you?
I had an earthy quality, yes.
Yeah, one felt that you're the kind of woman that danced on tables.
Oh, sure. Of course. Sue Ellen would have done many things. But
Get a
she
table
did.
out.
With my boots.
Do you think that she had an impact at all, Sue Ellen, on how women generally behaved?
I think she brought insight to a lot of people. Insight to a lot of women who maybe secretly drank and had affairs, who were secretly unhappy. And I think by watching Sue Ellen that a lot of people got to some issues inside that they hadn't dealt with before.
Oh, that's
So I
interesting.
thought she was kind of interesting that way.
Now, Bob was talking about
Bob.
Patrick.
That's okay, Ter.
Sir Terry.
Old Pat was telling me that he left for a year in a marked manner and came back in a shower. And
We missed him.
You went, you took a powder too, didn't you? 1989, was it that
Well,
you left?
I didn't take powder. I didn't take a powder. My contract was over. And I ran away with Ian McShane to London.
You did. You came over and
Fancy
did
that.
an episode of Lovejoy, didn't you?
But it was time because, it was a very male show, and it was written by men, and the stars were really the men. We were kind of the reactors. The women were the reactors. So whatever JR did, I did something that it's like, oh yeah, I'll just drink. Oh yeah, I'll have an affair. Oh yeah, blah, blah, that kind of thing. So then when Sue Ellen stopped drinking and then got herself together and ran off with Ian, there was no need to come back. I was finished. So I rode off into the London sunset.
Into the smog. Now, when you joined me in 1986, you gave me a fascinating insight into your first day on the Dallas set. Cast your mind back. We'll cast it back for you.
Thank you so much.
He's a coffee devil, isn't he?
Why would you say that?
There's something about his demeanour. I mean, what was he like when you started the series? I mean, how did he treat you to begin with?
The very first time that Larry and I worked together, we had a scene to do, and I was supposed to hold up a black teddy and sort of turning him on. And he looked at me, he says, well, take it back to the store and, take it back because it isn't working. And that was our very first scene as Mr. and Mrs. J.R. Ewing in the miniseries. So when we finished the scene, it was about 8 o'clock at night, and we had worked all day long, and we were just finished, and he looked at me and he said, that was terrible. You were terrible. You were absolutely awful, and you must work on it because it's the first time that the network will see us as Mr. and Mrs. Ewing, and you were awful. And I remember he drove me back to the hotel, and I was just sitting there quietly sobbing, thinking, oh my God, I was awful.
Cruel swine.
Cruel, terrible. So I got over that, and I thought, well, I'll be better. I'll be a better actress. I'll do everything, and I'm just going to be better. And so there. And about 7 years later, I reminded him of this story, and I said, Larry, did you really mean that? He said, no, I just wanted you to know who was boss.
It'd be funny to look back on that. It'd be funny to look back on that.
Oh, it's funny. Oh,
That's a great looking hair.
Yeah. Now, recently in London, we saw you in The Graduate.
yes.
So
Boy, did
a
you.
lot of you in The Graduate. Yeah, but you have a connection with the film.
Yes, sir, I do. Do you know what it is?
I do not.
Do you want me to tell you?
Yes, please.
I was a model in the 60s. And, we used to do, a little gig here and there. Here, go here and do this thing
Yeah.
and do this thing. And so one day they called me and they said, we just want to photograph your leg. And I said, all right.
Yeah.
So I did that, blah, 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 my leg.
Excellent.
And they used it on the famous poster. So I was very, very honored.
And then you get to play the part.
And
How
then
much did you make for that?
I think $25. Yeah.
Those
yeah,
are the days,
I think
eh?
so, yeah.
I'd
that
have paid
was
another
big
25
money.
if we could have. Anyway.
Have you any plans for taking your clothes off again?
Never. Never. I thought I was mad when I did that. I thought, what am I doing?
What about
Grown
you,
woman. I was a
Patrick?
grandmother.
Take my clothes
Would
off?
you care to take your clothes off?
No.
Okay.
There comes a.
Would you?
You guys are no fun.
He's
Excuse
begging
me,
us to ask.
I am.
Oh, come on, Terry, take your clothes
All
off.
right.
There we go. Oh, come on.
You guys.
You guys.
Oh, shucks.
Now, the fans appear to be itching, and there's a lot of unease, I see. So we'll take
I see it, they're
we'll
very-
take a few more questions from the floor. I'm hoping Kathy from Devon. Kathy from Devon. Oh, there she is. Kathy, good girl. You have a question.
Hello, Linda.
Hello.
Did you ever really hurt Larry when you slapped him?
I should have, yes, I should have. No, it's the Hollywood thing. The camera's behind, you have a little slap, and the other one sort of goes like that, ducks, and then the sound comes in. We're trained, you know, the stunt guy comes in and says, now when he does this, you do this, and the sound comes in. So it's, nobody hurts anybody.
It's really disappointing, that,
Isn't it? I know, I hate to tell you the tricks.
Yeah.
But
No.
when Larry comes out, you're all welcome to come up and try and see. We'll just see how well it works.
I think that would be the way, don't you?
You'll have them storming the platform. Now, it's a cheeky question coming up from Neil. Neil.
Hi, Linda.
Hello.
Hi. Were you ever tempted to play Sue Ellen whilst you were drunk yourself?
Oh, God, no. No. Well, you know, people assume, I think that's the good news, bad news. I think if you do your job well, they assume that's who you are. And if you do your job well for many, many, many years, they know that's who you are. You know, so that's the catch-22. So no, I never wanted to take her home. You know? I loved her, but no, she had to stay at the studio.
Well, look, it's been a delight talking to you again.
Thank you, Terry.
You're not going, though. I hope
I'm
you'll
not
stay
going.
with Patrick and me for the rest of the show.
Thank you.
And we got somebody coming on, I think you may know. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, Linda Gray.